Hi, it's Larry Nimmer. I'm here in downtown Los Angeles at the courthouse for the first day of the Conrad Murray trial. Let's take a look at the footage, and I hope all of you out in the MJJ community and elsewhere enjoy it.
You are Jim Moret, M-O-R-E-T, Chief Correspondent, Inside Edition. The two things that really stood out, the photo of Michael Jackson lying dead on the gurney, and then the audio of his voice were so compelling and so tragic to listen to. And I think that it was the prosecution's best case, really, of something going terribly wrong that didn't need to go wrong. The prosecution's position is Michael Jackson didn't need to die, that he entrusted a doctor to care for him, and that doctor failed to meet the standard of care that everyone deserves. That's really what the negligence claim is, this manslaughter charge. The defense's position is the doctor walked out of the room when Michael was asleep, and then Michael gave himself the medication that killed him. Basically, the defense is putting Michael Jackson on trial. I don't think that that will be successful for the defense.
I'm Pearl Jr. with MichaelJacksonInsider.com. Joe and Catherine were here today. All the girls, Latoya, Janet, and Rebe. Of course, Rebe looks fabulous for a woman of 61, and they're just beautiful girls. Also, Randy, Tito, and Jermaine were here. Now, when the break happened, the only male in the family that came back was Randy. He came back. Jermaine and Tito and Joe didn't come back until after lunch, and then Joe came back in. So I don't know what happened to Jermaine and Tito, but Jermaine looked a little exhausted. I think he's been promoting that book, and he's pretty exhausted. And then at one point, when they did show some video clips, they showed Michael rehearsing on the 23rd the song "The Way You Make Me Feel," and I saw Rebe get up and go sit next to Catherine, you know, and console her. And I saw that Catherine was upset, visibly upset.
Hi, Erin Jacobs, Justice for MJ.
What was the mood like in the courtroom?
The Jacksons are in the row in front of us, and they're very stoic. The only time I ever saw anything from the Jacksons actually was when the testimony of the audio came out that Murray had been secretly recording Michael Jackson while he was under the influence of so many drugs that he was unable to speak. Fans are pretty well versed on this case. It's pretty difficult to find fans that don't know what's going on. We probably could prosecute this case better than the DA, but this was a shock to hear that audio tape. None of us knew that it existed, and it was diabolical, to say the least. It was so disturbing that all of us that were in the back row just kept looking at each other like, are you kidding me? Why would this man, in Michael's most vulnerable state, take an audio recording of him? Was he going to sell it at a later date? Was he possibly going to brag to all these different women that he was trying to sleep with, that he, you know, had Michael Jackson under his thumb? We don't know, but it was disturbing.
And then with the picture that looked like Michael in a hospital on a gurney, I thought that was kind of insensitive to the prosecution. And the reason why I think it was insensitive is because I don't believe Catherine went into the hospital room. And I don't believe Joe ever saw Michael, you know, in distress or dead. And for them to use that as a backdrop, and it's the prosecution, seemed a bit insensitive to me.
What lessons do you think we can learn from Michael's story? About maybe the media, about judging, about bullying?
Well, hopefully the message that is learned from this when Conrad Murray is convicted, that it is time for the doctors who are writing these prescriptions to celebrities as well as everyday people, stop.
Tell me who you are and what you saw today.
You don't know who I am, Larry? I am Majestic Magnificent. I've been with the Jackson family for 30 years. Unfortunately, not enough seats in there for me today, so I can't have a seat in the courtroom. Me and Mr. Jackson can't even, Joe even got a seat, so that's bad. That's really, really bad. So what I want to say...
You say Joe Jackson didn't get a seat?
Nope.
Was he inside the courtroom?
Well, he's inside. We're watching on another floor, watching the trial in a private room, but no, he did not get a seat. But I want to say I think Murray should spend the rest of his life in prison. I think involuntary manslaughter is a slap on the wrist. I also feel that at this particular time, Michael was someone's father, someone's son, someone's brother, and it's an insult to take the greatest entertainer in the history of the world away from here and just give him involuntary manslaughter. Press, not you, Larry, maybe, but the press tried to destroy Michael's name even for the history books and his legacy. And so the fans keep showing up like this and make it hard for him to do when they keep showing their love. That's what I'm talking about.
Majestic, can you tell me what happened in the courtroom this morning?
Not really. They show some disturbing pictures that I'm sure that Kate wouldn't have liked to have seen, and some family members called me on the phone, so they had to turn the TV off. They couldn't watch it. So what it is, Larry, thank you for your support. You always support us, man. And thanks for the great tape behind Neverland. Oh, I thank you for that. The family, thank you for that, and thank you for giving Capsule the tape like that. I gave it to her personally.
Oh, you gave her my video?
I gave her your tape, and she loved it. Behind the oh, it's beautiful, man. Nice. Beautiful. Do another one.
Okay, well, I'm planning on it.
Then I'll deliver it to the family, okay?
And if any of you are interested, I made a documentary about Michael Jackson called Michael Jackson, The Untold Story of Neverland. You can see some clips on my website at nimmer.net. But do you think the media went overboard, though, in the 2005 years?
Some people may have gone overboard. I think overall the coverage was pretty decent toward Michael Jackson. I do think that those who sought to vilify him have backtracked a great deal. At least I hope they have.
My name is Irina, and I came from Russia, especially for Michael. And I want to say that Michael was murdered, and it's true. If someone tries to heal this world and spreads love, light, freedom, and truth, and leads people to love and light, this person will be killed. And that's why Jesus was killed, that's why John Lennon was killed, and that's why Michael Jackson was killed. And it's very hard to say, but yes, they kill him. But you know, they never can kill his message. They cannot kill all of us, because in that case they have to kill millions of people all around the world. Because we are many now, we are waking up, and we know the truth.
Could you do one quick Michael Jackson move for us?
Okay. Let's see what I can
do. You've been watching footage from the Conrad Murray trial in downtown Los Angeles. I'm Larry Nimmer reporting.
Have you seen my childhood?
My name is Larry Nimmer. I'm the guy on the left having lunch in Michael Jackson's kitchen. I was part of the Jackson defense team in my capacity as a documentary filmmaker and legal video specialist. I spent many days videotaping inside Michael Jackson's Neverland estate, and I spent 2 days on the witness stand, presenting and narrating my original video footage for the jury, footage that will be seen outside the courtroom for the first time in this documentary. For the first time, you'll see the sheriffs meeting the accuser.
What he has done to you, okay? He's the bad person, not you.
And you'll hear Jackson's accuser telling a story of molestation.
Hey, he grabbed me. He grabbed you? Yeah. Where did he grab you at?
Private area.
He grabbed you in your private area?
Sheriff's Department.
You'll see an army of sheriffs raiding Jackson's personal living quarters at Neverland Ranch. You'll meet the mother of the accuser.
Where were they when I had to walk about 3 hours to get to the doctors for my children, and now all of a sudden they're caring and concerned because Michael Jackson.
You'll view outtakes from the Martin Bashir documentary.
I would never do it. I would slit my wrist before I would hurt.
You'll see an exclusive interview with Jackson attorney Tom Mesereau.
This was not the kind of situation that Michael Jackson belongs in. He's extremely sensitive, very gentle, very childlike.
And you'll meet jury foreman Paul Rodriguez.
We felt that Michael was still a kid in a man's body.
Michael's defense team hired me to create a Neverland tour video to counter the unsavory impression created by footage shot by the Santa Barbara County Sheriffs, who deployed over 70 officers for a surprise raid of Neverland Ranch.